I am what you would call a casual FNAF fan. Now, I know what you're thinking, casual FNAF fan, what does that mean? Well, I'll tell you. As a casual FNAF fan, I have never watched a MatPat video, never read the books. I've read some books that were deemed canon. Take that as you will. Chill out. Hear me out. And I have followed the lore through my own gameplay. I don't listen to how other people interpret the lore. I don't listen to what the books say. I play the games. What I learned from the games, I piece the story together on my own. And I know that's pretty scary. But hopefully you hear me out and watch this video, and also subscribe, because if you don't, you're missing out on a lot of FNAF content. If you look at this channel, I've played every FNAF game except Ultimate Custom Night, and I will be playing Secret of the Mimic. So give me a chance, hear me out, and let me just talk about this game that I love. The reason why, by the way, that I don't really fall into the books is because when I was younger and in my prime as a FNAF kid, because remember, I'm older than you. FNAF was prime when I was a kid. We didn't have books. We had FNAF 1 through 4, then Sister Location, which was never supposed to come out. 4 was the end, then it was FNAF World. Doom, done, boom, donezo, it's over. I think a lot of people really do forget the fact that when FNAF 4 came out, that was the final chapter. That was it. It was over. But then Sister Location came out to continue the story. And then 6 came out to end the story. Then Ultimate Custom Night was there as a fun video game saying, hey, play at your own will, play at your own pace, and see what more you can do. Then Help Wanted was made. And it was kind of a way of like, hey, you get to play all these games in VR, and I'll go into why that's cool. But because Help Wanted gave a bit of lore in there, and Scott at this point with Steel Wool has kind of just been trying to make new stories, make new moments in gameplay, and while Help Wanted was coming out, that's when the books were also like in their prime. So a lot went on, and I just play the games, dude. I'm a gamer. I just play the games. I'll read the books eventually. I'll probably read them once Secret of the Mimic confirms that everything's canon. If it does. The moment everything is confirmed, said, on paper, canon, I will stop being so confused, and I'll take time to look into the lore, but it's just really contradictory, it's scary, it confuses me. That's all it is. Just hear me out. I know, just hear me out. So with me on this channel, I want to take you by the hand and guide you through. Eventually, maybe I'll do a lore video on my own. Comment down below if you'd like that, but also comment down below if you like this video, if you want me to talk about Security Breach, which is a video game that I have opinions about, as does any FNAF fan my age with similar ideals as I do. Nonetheless, let's sit down and talk about Five Nights at Freddy's VR Help Wanted. Though my recordings aren't in VR, I am here to discuss how cool this concept is. Regardless of what you think about the lore, regardless of what you think about some of the backlash, the controversy, a bit of the nonsense that happened as this game was releasing, I'm looking at this game at its peak final performance, now that Help Wanted 2 is out, now that Security Breach is out, now that Rowan's out, now that Secret of the Mimic is on the way, and Steel Wool is getting their hat in the ring once again with the VR genre. Dude, this is Five Nights at Freddy's in VR. You are here experiencing Five Nights at Freddy's in VR. I'll say it again. FNAF. You, fellow FNAF kid. Ex-fellow FNAF kid. FNAF Gen Z or FNAF Gen Alpha or FNAF Millennial? Weird, but I can dig that. You are here in the presence of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. This isn't a side-scroller, well, the ability to put on a immersive device that weighs 20 pounds and put yourself into Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria is not only fun, immersive, it's stressful. I don't know if you have played this game, but if you have, you would know that the hardest part about this game is putting that thing on and getting into the game. The literal charm of Help Wanted is that not only are we getting a continuation in the FNAF universe, which has some lore that is very... Say what you will about it. It's canon, the security breach. It's canon overall, dude. Say what you will about it. The FNAF lore continues. We get more story, which is kind of the main reason we play these FNAF games, is because the story is so interesting. Nowadays, a lot of people have left the FNAF lore because it's so confusing. More power to you. Let me know what you feel down below. For me personally, this game it wasn't just about the lore. It was finally about the gameplay. Not to be that guy, but after playing every FNAF game on this channel, by the way, please watch Help Wanted 2 is probably my best series on this channel. FNAF games aren't entirely fun to play. I hate to be that guy. They are fun, don't get me wrong. But the actual experience of sitting down and doing it, it's less about the fun and more about, can I beat this? Can I challenge myself and complete this? Can I get through this? And when I do get through it, I'm rewarded with more pieces of the story that I am interested in. My introduction to FNAF news is whatever Dawko posted today. That's how I know. If Dawko posts Help Wanted, quote, DLC, I go, whoa, I didn't know Help Wanted got DLC, even though I own a PSVR 2 and I played the game. I had no idea. So I watched the entire video and I go, huh, that's pretty cool. Good job, FNAF. And I look in and I listen close. Did it add anything to the lore? No? Just a teaser for the next game? Cool. I'm happy. And I'm not sitting there going, instead, I'm sitting here going, the reason why I love FNAF... Oops, sorry, sacrilege. The reason why I love Help Wanted 2 is because I don't have to worry about the story being told. The story being told for the first time in a FNAF game is kind of the afterthought. The gameplay is the most important part of the game. And I know what you're thinking, FNAF 1 through 4, the gameplay is most important. I agree, but at the end of the day, why were you there? What was the reason of you there? Who are you as a character? You're a security guard. You got hired at this place. You're a kid. You're having nightmares. The game spoon-fed you things, that way you were interested as stuff went on, and the phone guy was always there to tell you, hey, this is what's going on, this is what's important, and I'm feeding you info that keeps you going. And the further you go, the more info you receive. In Help Wanted, you know all the info. You know why you're there. But again, it adds more info, gives you more questions, and it gives you a further story. A lot of people find it contradictory. I find it fun, and who cares? It's fun. It's FNAF. FNAF games to me are how I feel about the MCU, and I love the MCU. I love every edition for the most part, and I love to see how the story continues, and I love to see how it all connects. In Help Wanted, the gameplay, though I'm showing this on flat mode, the VR portion, dude, moving around as fast as you are, looking around and seeing these animatronics tower over you, it is immense. It is scary. It is thrilling. It is worth every penny. It is worth getting a VR headset. I have always felt that VR is the next step of gaming. The best video games I've played in recent years, or the ones I've had the most fun playing, have been VR. Iron Man VR, Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, Creed Rise to Glory, Help Wanted 2. Dude, Help Wanted 2 is the most fun FNAF game, and I will totally make a video about Help Wanted 2. Comment below if you want that, and also watch that series, dude. It's so fun. Around the time Help Wanted came out, I was well into high school. I was kind of just done with FNAF, and I was kind of just paying attention to people playing it, most notably Markiplier. I think I was a freshman or sophomore in high school when Help Wanted came out. And I went over to a friend's house, and my friend said, bro, you want to play VR? And I'd never touched VR. So I said, sure, let's do it. And that friend had two games. I think it was Beat Saber and FNAF. And dude, that was a night to remember. That was a literal night I'll never forget. I remember putting on that VR headset that was already coated in that gross cold sweat that the last person using it had. You know what I'm talking about. If you've had, like, friend get-togethers with a VR, you know that one friend that's sweating the entire time. Looking at you, Harry. But I'm telling you, dude, just the feeling of looking around and experiencing vent repair and parts and service, it was fun. It was so interactive and so fun. And it felt like this is what makes FNAF scary. This is why FNAF is scary, not the middle schooler, you know, in me, that the middle school or elementary school student in me that's like, ooh, these robots are dead kids and ooga booga jump scare. No, it's like being there and watching them move ever so slightly, towering over you, and the feeling of being jump scared. The thrill of I don't want to be jump scared and trying to complete the night so you don't have to do it again. That's the thrill of FNAF. Not the annoyance, but the thrill. And being able to put yourself in that scenario is so fun and so innovative. Why do not many people like this game? Oh. Never mind. You know what, guys? Water under the bridge. You forgive me, right? I'm in hell.